Well, good afternoon. It is Tuesday afternoon, and I'm ready for matinee of baseball this afternoon. Um, as we continue, as I continue the 2025 playoffs, Major League Baseball playoffs, and we are now in the divisional series. I know the real-time players are in the World Series, and what a game last night with the Dodgers and Blue Jays. Two complete games, basically. I was looking at the box score. I made it through to 15 innings of the 18 and then finally went to bed. But pretty impressive uh, box score here. A lot of players batted 8 or 9 times. Ohtani had an unreal game. He was walked 5 times, and he was on base 9 times. Looks like he was on base every time, and 2 home runs. But an impressive, historic World Series game last night. I wonder how much energy they will have later today for Game 4. But the number of pitchers that were used, and I think it was over six, almost 6.5 hours of baseball, over 600 pitches by the pitchers. So a pretty extraordinary event last evening in Los Angeles. Uh, this tournament that I have going on has had a similar game. That was the Reds and Dodgers. Game 2 went 16 innings, which the Reds won and moved on. So now, today, or this afternoon, for the matinee game on this game day, I think it's, oops, that's my phone, and it's spam. But this afternoon will be the first game in the game day for the division series. And we are going to be taking a look at the Cincinnati Reds and the Philadelphia Phillies. And should be an interesting matchup, as the Phillies were probably expecting the Dodgers to move on, as I was, but that is not the case. So, in fact, if you look at all 4 brackets, they're all different from what real life. So it should make for an interesting tournament and a change from what has occurred in real life. So it makes it a little more difficult to create the batting lineups, since I can't use the as played lineups. But I tried to get the rosters as close as I can and as competitive as I can based on the series. So let's go to the first game of the series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Philadelphia Phillies. During the season, they faced each other 6 times and split the series at 3-3. And the starting pitchers today were part of that, and I will go over that as we go forward. Of course, somebody tries to get a hold of me when I start a broadcast. But anyway, we will go to the starting lineups here. I will control the human control of the defense and substitutions for both teams. I have set up OOTP to be my home team of the Phillies. I'm an Orioles fan, but I set it up as the Phillies because for one of the teams. So the computer will handle everything else. This is an afternoon game day at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, and a 1:05 start. It's partly cloudy, 60 degrees, the wind blowing out to center field. That maybe we'll have some home runs in this game. There have been not too many home runs in this tournament so far, so we'll see. For the Cincinnati Reds, starting off and leading off will be T.J. Friedel, and he'll play center field. Batting second, Matt McLean, the second baseman. Batting third, Ellie De La Cruz, the shortstop. Batting fourth, Austin Hayes in left field. Batting fifth, Miguel Andujar, the first baseman. Batting sixth, the DH, Spencer Steer. Batting seventh, Kibran Hayes, the third baseman. Batting eighth, Jose Trevino, the catcher. Batting ninth, Nove Marte, the right fielder, and batting ninth. The starting pitcher, Brady Singer. 32 games he appeared in, 14-12 record, 4.03 ERA, and he was 1-0 in his against the Phillies during this season. For the Philadelphia Phillies, leading off, Trey Turner, the shortstop. Batting second, Kyle Schwarber, the DH. Batting third, Bryce Harper, the first baseman. Batting fourth, Alec Boehm, the third baseman. Nick Castellanos bats fifth and plays right field. Brandon Marsh plays left field and bats sixth. JT Realmuto catches and bats seventh. Harrison Bader, an acquisition during the trade deadline back in July, is the center fielder batting eighth, and Bryson Stott will play second base and bat ninth. The starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies is Cristopher Sanchez, 32 games, 13.5 ERA, an impressive 2.50 ERA. He was 0-1 against the Reds during the season, 4.50 ERA. Philadelphia's pitching rotation is hampered a little bit. Zach Wheeler is not available due to injury. They will start, it's very unusual, but they'll start three left-handers in the first three games of this series. So we'll see how it goes. We will head out to the ballpark now as the Phillies and Reds get ready to step in for game one of this series. So let me see where I am. I think I've muted my phone. And the dogs are nice and quiet. So let's see if we can keep it that way. It's almost delivery time for Amazon, but we'll see. It's raining. Maybe they won't hear the delivery if it comes, if there is one. So here we go, out to Citizens Bank Park. And we are what the Phillies commonly call, or the fans call, Red October. Well, there'll be plenty of red in this series, as the Cincinnati Reds are primarily red and white, and the Phillies are, one of their primary colors is red. So we're in hitter-friendly Citizens Bank Park, so I'm expecting some runs to be scored in this series. So here's the defensive alignment across the field. Left field, Marsh. Center fielder is Bader. Right fielder is Castellanos. From right to left in the infield, Harper at first, Stott at second, Turner at short, and Boehm at third. Realmuto is the catcher, and the starting pitcher is the left-hander Cristopher Sanchez. Stepping in will be TJ Friedl. He is 3 for 11 with a home run and 3 RBIs so far in the playoffs. So let's get this thing started on the afternoon game on this game day. There'll be 2 games in this game day. I don't remember what the other one is, but this is the first one. So an 0-2 pitch, we will fly in, and I'm pretty excited about this game. I've been waiting for the Phillies to play in this tournament. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. Sanchez became the ace after Wheeler was diagnosed to be out for the season, and he's pitched well at the end of the season, or entirely the season. All 3 of the left-handers have pitched pretty well for the Phillies this season, so they're in pretty good hands, and they have Nola and Buehler available in case they need a starter. So here we go, 1 out in the top of the first, and Matt McLain 2 for 8 in the playoffs. And first pitch, ground ball through to right field, and the first hit of the game goes to the Cincinnati Reds, so Matt McLain will be on first with 1 out. They'll have to keep an eye on McLain. De La Cruz will bat. He is 2 for 11 with an RBI in the playoffs. So Sanchez with 1 out and a 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to Stott. He will stop it, try to throw, and he will be late. He dove for it, knocked it down before it went into the center field. And an infield single for De La Cruz as the Reds start off hot here. They beat the Dodgers in 2 games, including that, as I said before, the 16-inning game to close out the series. 16. So Austin Hayes will step in, 1 for 11 in the playoffs, 2 on, 1 out. 2 decent speed runners on the bases, with McLain at second and De La Cruz at first. 1 ball, no strikes, as Sanchez works out of a jam a little bit here in the first. That is lined into right center field. Bader over. He will grab it. Nice play. 2 outs. Miguel Andujar will step in, the right-handed batter, batting 2 for 7 in the playoffs so far. So 2 out, 2 on here in the first inning. And 2 strikes. That is lined into center field. Bader is in to get it, and that will be the 3rd out. So, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first with no score. So Brady Singer will step in, or step onto the mound, the right-hander, pitching, I think, in the first time in these playoffs. I am correct. And Trey Turner will step in, the shortstop. He batted .304, 15 home runs, and 69 RBIs during the season. So the leadoff batter for the Phillies here in the bottom of the first against Singer. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lined into right center field, over to get it is Marte, and that's 1 out. Kyle Schwarber will step in, the left-handed batter. Had an impressive season. 56 home runs, 132 RBIs, hitting .240 for the season. Batting second in the order in this game. It hit anywhere from first or leadoff to fourth in the batting order, but today he's second. And the first pitch to Schwarber. That is lined into center field. That will be a base hit. So Schwarber gets the first hit for the Phillies. And Bryce Harper will step in. Bryce Harper, left-handed batter. A little bit below par on the season. 27 home runs, 75 RBIs, .261 batting average. Schwarber at first. Doesn't look like he has a lot of speed, but he has stolen some bases during the season. So 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the first. 3-1 pitch to Harper, and a walk. First and second, 1 out, just like the Reds in the top of the order, or top of the inning. Alec Bohm with 2 on and 2 out, or 2 on and 1 out. Alec, he batted .287, 11 home runs, and 59 RBIs. First pitch to Bohm. A line to short, and they will double up. Schwarber at second. Base error, a base running error there. And that will take care of the inning. So no runs, 2 hits, 1 left. A base running error hurts the Phillies here in the bottom of the first as we head to the second with no score. Cristopher Sanchez, the left-hander, facing Spencer Steer, Hayes, and Trevino, 6, 7, and 8 batters. It's a nice day to do a baseball game. Looking outside, it's raining, so nothing else going on, so we'll do this today. So here we go. And 1 strike. That is popped in the infield. Stott going back just past the edge of the grass, and that's 1 out. Phillies won the the National League East by a substantial number of games. Reds were a wild card team and beat the Dodgers unexpectedly, I think. I would guess. So Hayes will bat, 2 for 9 in the season. Or in the playoffs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's strike 3. Slider got him, and that's his second strikeout of the game. And it'll be Jose Trevino, 1 for 5. He does have a home run and an RBI in the playoffs so far. So 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lined past Harper into right field, and that will be a base hit. So a 2-out single for the catcher. That puts Trevino at first with 2 outs, and Marte will bat. 1 for 2 in these playoffs so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out on a slider, and that will be the 3rd strikeout for Sanchez. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Brady Singer. He will face Castellanos, Marsh, and Real Muto. Here in the bottom of the 2nd. Nick had an okay season, not up to his past couple with the Phillies. 17 home runs, 72 RBIs, 250 batting average. He started to platoon later in the season, so he didn't play as many games as he did in the past 2 seasons. So here's Singer to Castellanos. First pitch. That is flied out to center field. And Frieda will make the catch, and that's 1 out. Brandon Marsh will bat. Brandon had a decent season this year, especially in the second half. 11 home runs, 43 RBIs, 280 batting average. The left-handed batter facing Singer. Full count. And that's a walk. It's outside. A changeup. He laid off of it. And the first base runner of this inning for the Phillies. He is a threat to steal. Real Muto will step in, the right-handed hitting catcher. 12 home runs, 52 RBIs, 257 batting average during the season. Full count. That is lined to center field. That will be a base hit. And Marsh will stop at second. So once again, Phillies have 2 men on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd, just as they did in the first. Harrison Bader will step in. Acquisition from the Twins, along with Duran, the closer, for Nick Abel. And I'm not sure if there was anybody else involved. But for the Phillies, he hit .305, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs, had 17 home runs for the season. So 2 on, 1 out, good speed on bases. 1-1 pitch. That is lined to center field. Friedel steps a little bit to his left, makes the catch, and that's 2 outs. So Bryson Stott, the second baseman, left-handed batter, will step in. Played in 147 games, 13 home runs, 66 RBIs, 257 average, about what he's done the last couple of years. So 2 outs and a 1-2 pitch from Singer. And he struck him out on a sinker, and that will be the 3rd out. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. 2 complete here at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, and there's no score. Sanchez faces the top of the order. Friedel, McLean, and De La Cruz. Friedel is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time. As we get into the middle innings, or we're approaching the middle innings, we're in the 3rd. And a full count. That is popped in the infield. Turner is going to get under it and make the catch, and that's 1 out. Matt McLean will bat. He singled his first time. Full count. And it's low. Sinker walked him, and he'll be on base for the 2nd time. So 1 out. And De La Cruz will bat. He singled his first time. McLean leads off first. Infield normal. Positioning. 1 ball, no strikes. Grounded through past Stott for a base hit. And McLean will stop at second. So the second hit for McLean, or for De La Cruz. Puts runners at first and second once again, like the first inning. And Austin Hayes will step in. He flied out to center field. So the Reds looking to take advantage here in the top of the third. First pitch to Hayes. That is lined into right center field. That will drop. And here comes McLean to score. And on to, oh, I thought they were going to do it. So, Austin Hayes gets a double. I thought they were going to send LaCruz home, and they did not. So all the way from first, Matt McLean scores, and now Hayes is at second with a double, and it's 1-0 Cincinnati. So what do the Phillies do here with 1 out, 2 base runners on? Do they bring the infield in? You're in the third. You don't want this inning to get out of hand. We'll bring the infield in. Andujar steps in. He flew out to center field. So Sanchez is in a little bit of trouble here. 42 pitches in to this game. Top of the third. 3-1 pitch to Andujar. Grounded to third. Boom will make the play, and Harper will drop the ball at first. So who gets the error? Throw is off target. I'm assuming it's going to be Bohm. So there's an error, and the bases are now loaded. Let's see who got the error. My guess is it's Bohm. Yep. Bohm got the error. So now there's 1 out. Bases are loaded with Reds, and Steer will step in. They will play double play. 1 out, bases loaded. They can break the game open here in the early part of the game. 2-2 pitch. That is grounded through to left field for a base hit. And the second run of the inning will score. And the bases will stay loaded. So the defense of the Phillies isn't exactly helping them here in the second. So it's bases loaded and Hayes up, and Sanchez is in real trouble here. How much longer will they keep him in this game? They don't want to have to go to the bullpen this early. So let's see. All right. Hayes steps in. He struck out his first time. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2 runs are in for Cincinnati. 2 strikes. Struck him out. That's a big pitch from Sanchez on the slider. So 2 outs, and now the bases are loaded, and Trevino steps in. He singled his first time. Here we go. Full count. Ground ball to first, and Harper will make the play, and that will be the inning. But 2 runs on 3 hits, an error, and they leave the bases loaded. And after 2.5, Cincinnati 2 and Philadelphia nothing. So the top of the order steps in for the Phillies as they are trailing 2-0. They need to get things started here. Trey Turner flew out to right field his first time. So here we go. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, well hit to left field, and that will be a home run for Trey Turner. So he cuts the deficit to 1 on a 377-foot home run to left field, and Turner leads off the bottom of the third with a home run. Wakes up this Philadelphia crowd. So a 2-2 pitch, and Turner brings him closer. He had a great year. I'm not sure. I thought I saw that he won the batting title, I think, or had the most hits. I'm not sure. I have to look at it. Kyle Schwarber is up. Here's the home run hitter. Let's see what he can do. 2 strikes. And he struck him out on a sinker, and that's the first out. And Bryce Harper will bat. No on, one out. Nobody on, one out. Home run so far this inning for Turner. 1-2 pitch to Harper. And he struck him out on a fastball. That's 2 outs. And Alec Boehm will step in. He lined out to short in a double play in the first inning. 2 balls, no strikes to Boehm. That is flied out just down the line in right field, and over to get it is Marte, and that will be the 3rd out. But the Phillies do get a run on the home run from Turner. After 3, Cincinnati 2, Philadelphia 1. So Sanchez faces Marte, and then the top of the order again, as he has struggled here, especially last inning. He's had base runners on every inning. They finally broke through last inning and scored 2 runs. So here's Marte. He struck out his first time. 1 strike. That's hit up the middle. Turner over to his left, and he will make the play, and that's the first out. TJ Friedel steps in, 0 for 2, struck out and popped out. As Sanchez tries to have an easy inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he struck him out on a slider. That's the 2nd time for Friedel to strike out. That is the 5th strikeout for Cristopher Sanchez. Matt McLean will bat. He's been on base twice. He's walked and singled and scored a run. 2 outs. 2-2 pitch. A lot of 2s. And Sanchez gets that one. McLean strikes out on a slider, and that's the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Philadelphia's left-hander. And it's 2-1 Reds. Brady Singer facing Castellanos, Marsh, Real Muto. Here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 pitch. That is up the middle for a base hit, and Castellanos leads off the bottom of the 4th for the Phillies with a single. Brandon Marsh walked his first time, so Castellanos leads off first. Andujar holds him. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's lined into left center field, and that will drop. And there goes Castellanos. Oh, he holds it second. So 2 base hits to start this inning for the Phillies. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out. And the Philadelphia crowd is getting riled up here a little bit as Real Muto steps in. An opportunity to either tie or go ahead with this inning. So Brady Singer, Real Muto singled his first time. First pitch to Real Muto. Lined into right field, Marte is right there, and that's 1 out. Harrison Bader flew out to center field. 2 runners on base, first and second. Phillies need these runs. 1 strike. There go the runners. They're stealing, and they will make it. A double steal. So Castellanos steals 3rd, and Marsh steals 2nd. And that puts runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. And the infield will play back. And a 1-2 pitch to Harrison Bader. Oh, he struck him out. Changeup, and that's 2 outs. 4th strikeout for Singer. And it'll be up to Bryson Stott to drive them in. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Stott. That is lined into center field, but I think Friedel's there to get it, and that will be the 3rd out. So the Phillies do not take advantage of the 2 hits at the beginning of the inning. They leave 2. And we've completed 4 here at Camden, or at Citizens Bank Park. I have the Orioles in my mind for some reason. I don't know why, but and it's 2-1 Reds. De La Cruz, Hayes, and Andujar to face Sanchez, up to 73 pitches here in the top of the 5th. He's usually a workhorse. They expect a little bit more out of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he struck him out. So he finally gets out De La Cruz, who had been 2 for 2. And that's 3 strikeouts in a row. And 7 for the game. Austin Hayes, he has doubled in a run and flied out to center field in his 2 trips. And a lot of 2s again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is ground ball to second base. Stott picks it up, throws to first. And there's 2 quick outs. Type of inning that Sanchez needs. And Andujar will step up. He reached on an error. And he's flied out to center field. 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes. That is lined into center field. That will be a base hit. 7th hit for the Reds. Puts Andujar on base for the 2nd time in this game. And here's Steers. He had a single with the bases loaded, scored a run, or drove in a run, and popped out to second. Andujar at first with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Full count. And it's outside. He walked him. Sinker missed. Again. The base paths have runners every inning so far. No, all but 1. The 4th was 1, 2, 3. But Hayes steps in with 2 runners on. Sanchez to face Hayes. He has struck him out twice. Sanchez trying to hold on. First pitch to Hayes. Lined into right field, and that will score a run. And in comes Andujar. And that will be the 3rd run of the game for the Reds on a 2-out single. Stopping on the play is Steer at second. And I don't know let's see here. Trevino up to 91 pitches is Sanchez. He had 2 quick outs and now he's struggling again. He's given up 2 walks, 7 hits. So Trevino will step in. 1st and 2nd and 2 outs. This may be his last batter. 2-2 pitch. That is lined to short, and Turner will grab it, and that will be the 3rd out. However, with 2 outs, the Reds score a run on 2 hits and leave 2. Middle of the 5th inning, the Reds 3, the Phillies 1. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Brady Singer. He will face Turner, Schwarber, and Harper. So the Phillies are back trailing 2. And here's Turner. He's homered his last time. Full count to Turner. And that's inside. Changeup missed, and that's a walk. Puts him on first. He is a base stealer. We'll see if they take a chance with down 2 runs, and Schwarber is up. Nice hole on the right side for Schwarber as Andujar holds Turner. Full count. And there goes Turner. And they will not make the play at second. They will go to first. So McLean makes the out on the fielder's choice. So putting Turner in motion saved the double play. And that will put Turner at second with 1 out and Bryce Harper up. He's walked and struck out. They need a big hit from someone to get back into this game. Turner has speed at second. Anything hit to the outfield will be a run. And a full count. And Harper strikes out for the 2nd time in this game. 2 outs. And it'll be up to Alec Boehm. Phillies have been here before in this game, having runners in scoring position. Back in the 1st, back in the 2nd, in the 4th, And now here in the 5th. See if Bohm can break that. 1-strike pitch. Lined into right field. That should get Turner home with the second run as he is easy into home plate. And Bohm comes through with a base hit to right field. So a big hit from Bohm. And the second run for the Phillies in this game. So 2-out single. And Castellanos will step in. So finally a big hit from a Phillies player. And Castellanos looks to continue that. He has singled and flied out to center field. First pitch. Sharply hit the third. He will go to second. McLean gets it. Hayes to McLean, and that's the 3rd out. The Phillies do manage to draw closer. They get a run on 1 hit, and they leave 1. And after 5, it is the Reds 3 and the Phillies 2. Marte against Sanchez. He will face then Friedel and then McLean. I think Sanchez is hanging on to face Friedel here. So Marte will bat. He is 0 for 2. 1-2 pitch from Sanchez. Ground ball sharp to third. Boom with a nice play, but a bad throw, and it gets past Harper at first base. The second error of the game for the Phillies. And that does not look to start this inning off well. So I think that's a third base error on Bohm. Let's see. Yep, another error. So that puts a runner at second with nobody out. So 2 errors on Bohm in this game. Friedel can increase the lead with a base hit. Full count. Ground ball sharp to first. Harper has trouble with it. And that will be an error. The 3rd error for the Phillies in this baseball game. And the defense of the Phillies has not helped out Sanchez at all. And that will be it for Sanchez in this game. He will go 5 innings. He is responsible for those runners, 28 batters. And the Phillies will go to the bullpen. And I don't know who we're going to bring in, but we're going to find out. So, wow. All right. Is it going to be Dave Robertson? Got to bring in somebody that can. We're not going to bring in Kirkering yet. We're going to bring in David Robertson to pitch. Signed during the middle of the season. Right-hander. So here we go. McLean will bat. First and third, and no one out. Corners are in. Try to cut off a run. 3 errors for the Phillies in this game. Not a good start to their playoffs. So McLean is 1 for 2. He has scored a run. He has struck out also. So Robertson in to put out the fire here in the top of the 6th. Full count. Ground ball through to right field, and that will be a run. And on to third goes Friedel. And he is safe. So first and third with nobody out. As McLean singles in a run. So we're right back where we were. And the Phillies trail 4-2. And it'll be De La Cruz against Robertson. Corner is in again. Oh, double play depth. They're going to concede a run. Okay. Here we go. De La Cruz is 2 for 3. He has struck out. He has scored a run. He has 2 singles. So first and third, nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike from Robertson. Ground ball to third. Boom. He will make the play to first. Fielder's choice. So that puts a runner on second and third with 1 out. Thought they'd try to get the runner at second. But Boom made the throw across. So Hayes will bat first and third. Corner, the infield in. That's fine. Second and third with 1 out. 1 run already in for the Reds here in the top of the 6th. 1 strike. Fly ball well hit to center field. Back is Bader, and here comes Friedel to score. And a sacrifice fly, RBI. And that will be the 5th run for the Cincinnati Reds. Both runs are unearned. So 2 outs now. Matt McLean at second as the Reds have extended their lead to 3 thanks to errors. Full count pitch. And he gets him out. Andujar strikes out. The inning ends. 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors. And after 5.5, it is the Reds 5 and the Phillies 1, or Phillies 2, excuse me. So they're going to try and stretch another inning out of Brady Singer. Here in the bottom of the 6th, he will face Marsh, Real Muto, and Bader with a 3-run lead. First pitch. That is lined to right field. That'll be the second hit for Marsh. Will he try for 2? And he is trying for 2, and he will make it. It was hit into the right, toward the right field corner, and Marsh stretches it into a double. So a leadoff double, trying to get back in this game, and Real Muto will bat. He is 1 for 2. He has singled and flied out. Pretty exciting game so far. A little disappointing in the Phillies defense, but see how this all turns out. 1-1 pitch to Real Muto. Ground ball up the middle. De La Cruz will throw across, and that will be the first out. Marsh holds at second. Harrison Bader, 0 for 2, will step in. Just when the Phillies draw closer, the Reds add more runs. So, playing catch-up are the Phillies in this game. First pitch to Bader. And a steal attempt. And there goes Marsh, and he will be safe. So, even though down 3 runs, Marsh gets his second stolen base of the game. So, a little surprised about that. He was in scoring position already. So now Bader. Infield will play back, up 3 runs. Has a chance to knock in a run. 2 strikes. And he struck him out. Fastball. 2 outs. So it's up to Stott. Runner at third. They need that run. Big base hit here would be a very, very appreciated for the Phillies and their fans. Singer still in this game, hanging on. 2 balls, 1 strike to Stott. That is grounded to short. De La Cruz better hurry. And he will be retired. So they strand a runner at third. After 6, it is 5-2 Cincinnati. So Robertson is done for the Phillies. They will go to the bullpen. And they will bring in, oh my, don't want to bring in Kirkering yet. They have right-handed batters for the Reds. I guess it's going to be Walker. Walker to pitch. Try to keep this game where it is. So, 16. So here we go. Tyjon Walker will pitch. 5-8 during the season with 1 save and a 4.08 ERA. So the Phillies here in the top of the 7th, and Walker facing Steer. And the first pitch. Fly ball center field. In comes Bader, and he will make the catch, and that's 1 out. Hayes, the third baseman, will bat. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI, single. 1 strike pitch from Walker. Ground ball sharp to third. There's Bohm, the long throw, and he makes it. And that's 2 outs. So a clean play there after 2 errors earlier in this game for Bohm. And it'll be Trevino to bat. 1 for 3. 1 strike pitch. Ground ball sharply to first, and it's through. Harper into right field, into the corner. And there goes Trevino, the catcher, into second for a double. So a double with 2 outs for the Reds. And Marte will bat. There are some interesting infield problems here for the Phillies in this game. 2 outs. Marte will step in. He is 0 for 3. He has scored a run. He reached base on an error last inning. 5 runs, 10 hits for the Reds. No errors. Phillies, 2 runs, 7 hits, and those 3 big errors. 2 in 1 inning back in the 6th. So here we go. 2 outs. Marte to face Walker. First pitch. Fly ball right field. In comes Castellanos, and that'll be the 3rd out. So the Phillies do get out of this jam. And we have reached the stretch here in Philadelphia. In the bottom of the 7th coming up. It's 5-2 Reds. I need a drink. Take a beverage here. These chairs hurt my back. So the Reds now will look to the bullpen to try and shore up this game. And let's go to their bullpen and see who they have. They will bring, let's see, Burns. This is a good, let's see. Burns, Barlow, Martinez, Pagan, Ashcroft, Tony Centellion. Here in the bottom of the 7th, and they're gonna face the top of the order. So 2 left-handers. Let's see. We're gonna have to bring in this left-hander. It looks like Brent Suter. So Suter will take the place of Singer, who pitched 6 innings, and he faced 27 batters. So the left-hander will face the top of the order in Turner, Schwarber, and Harper. Turner has scored 2 runs. He's walked, he's homered, and he's flied out in his 3 trips today. So the Phillies need to get their act together here. Not enough hitting, or key hitting, I should say. They've had base runners in scoring position and can't score, or haven't scored, and their fielding has not been very good. So here we go. The left-hander to face Turner. And the first pitch of the bottom of the 7th. Soft ground ball to first. Andujar will take it himself, and that's the first out. Kyle Schwarber. He is 1 for 3. He has struck out. Facing the left-hander. He had a good season hitting left-handed pitching, so we'll see what happens here. Full count to Schwarber. Fly ball, center field, well hit, and that is back to the warning track. Goes Friedel, but not quite far enough for Schwarber, and that's 2 outs. So he hit it well to center field, but 2 outs. And now Harper steps in. He's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. He has walked. They need something big out of him. He has done nothing so far. And a full count to Harper. And he struck out for a 3rd time on a cutter. 1, 2, 3. Suter puts him down, and we have played 7 innings here in Philadelphia at Citizens Bank Park. It is 5-2 Cincinnati. The top of the order steps in. Walker is done. He pitched 1 innings, and it'll be the bullpen coming in again. And this time it will be Tanner Banks to pitch. Tanner Banks will pitch. 4th pitcher for the Phillies. Trying to keep it where it is so the Phillies have a chance to at least do something in this game, to draw closer or with their bats. Short-term specialist for Banks. He had a good season. 6-2 record, 1 save, 67 innings, 3.07 ERA. So he's being looked upon to keep this game close, facing Friedel, McLean, and De La Cruz. So Banks with a 2-strike pitch here in the top of the 8th inning. And that's a strike 3 called on the outside corner. A slider, and that's 1 out. So a big pitch there. And McLean will step in. He is 2 for 3 in RBI, and he has struck out. He has walked and scored a run. And 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. There's Turner. He will throw to first, and Harper picks it out of the dirt, and that will be 2 outs. And De La Cruz will bat right-handed now, the switch hitter. He is 2 for 4. He has struck out and scored a run. Tanner Banks trying to get out of this inning. First pitch. Ground ball to first, and Harper over to his right. He grabs it. High throw, but Banks retrieves it. And that's the 3rd out. So 1, 2, 3 for the Reds here in the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, the Reds lead 5-2. And Suter will give way to Graham Ashcraft. Will pitch here in the bottom of the 8th as the Reds try to take the first game of the series. Filling out my scorecard here. All right, let's see. Going to my program there. 5. All right, it'll be Bohm, Castellanos, and Marsh to bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Alec Bohm he has singled with an RBI, and he has flied out and lined out in his 3 trips. 1 strike to Bohm. Lined into center field, and Friedel comes in to grab it, and that's 1 out. Castellanos. Do they pinch hit? We've got Kepler on the bench. And they're going to pinch hit for Castellanos. Max Kepler will bat. And he'll probably go to right field. So, Ashcraft to face Max Kepler with one out here in the bottom of the 8th as the Phillies trail 5-2. And the first, one strike pitch. Ground ball softly to first base. Over to get it is Andujar, and that's 2 outs. Brandon Marsh. He is 2 for 2. He has 2 stolen bases. He has walked. And you would think he would have scored at some point, but he has not with all of that. So Ashcraft has 2 outs as the Phillies are going down quietly so far here in the 8th. And 2-strike pitch to Marsh. And that's the 3rd strike. The Phillies are down to 3 outs in this game. We've completed 8 innings. Cincinnati 5 and the Phillies 2. Incomplete lineup, and that will put Kepler at right field. And they're going to bring in Sosa to play third. So Sosa will come in to play third base. Okay, so we have a new right fielder, Max Kepler, and we have a new third baseman, Edmundo Sosa. And we will have a new pitcher, too, for the Phillies. And it's going to be, who are they facing? Hayes, Andujar, and Steer. Oh, they're down 3 runs. What do you do? They're going to bring in Tim Meza, the left-hander. Tim Mazer will pitch. Meza, 15 games, 16 innings pitched, 3.78 ERA. Let's see if he's on this chart. Yeah, he is. Okay. Okay, so Meza will be in charge of keeping this game close. They're still down 3 runs. It'll be Hayes, Andujar, and Steer. 1-strike pitch. Infield and outfield playing normal. And that's lined into center field, and that will be a base hit. So a base hit, and Andujar will step in. Hayes at first, held by Harper. 11th hit for the Reds so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He struck him out on a slider, and that's the first out. Spencer Steer will step in. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI, and he has walked also. So Hayes leads off first here in the top of the 9th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is flied out to center. In comes Bader, and that will be the second out. Okay, Brian Hayes will bat. He is 1 for 4 with an RBI single. He has struck out twice. Hayes still at first with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch from Meza. Lined into the right field corner. Over to get it is Kepler. Rounding second and going to third is Hayes. He will come home and score the 6th run for the Reds. And they will add another run. I'm assuming that's a triple. What do they log it as? On the play, on the errant throw to the plate, it's a double, and a trailing runner goes to right field. Okay, so a double advances on the throw to home, which was off target. So the Reds add a run, and they lead it 6-2, and Trevino will bat. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on third. Up the middle, and that's a base hit, and another run will score. That's the 7th run for the Reds, and now will be Marte to bat. Marte is 0 for 4. He has scored a run. Trevino at first with 2 outs. Fly ball center field. That's pretty well hit. Back goes Bader toward the warning track, and that will be the last out of the inning. But the Reds tack on 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave a base runner. We have completed 8.5 here in Philadelphia, and it's 7-2 Cincinnati. And the Reds will go to the bullpen again, and they will bring in Chase Burns. They don't need to use their closer today, at least right now, unless there's something that changes. Real Muto, Bader, and Stott will bat. And they're using who? Burns. 14. Okay. Right-handed pitcher to close out this game here in Philadelphia. Bottom of the 9th inning. Phillies trail it 7-2. And Real Muto steps up. He is 1 for 3. A full count to Real Muto. Ground ball to first. Andujar picks it up, takes it himself, and that's the first out. Harrison Bader will bat. He is 0 for 3 in this game. So 1 out. As the Phillies try to come back, it's going to be very difficult. Down 5 runs, but trying to be optimistic. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck out Bader, and that's 2. Down to the last out here in Game 1 for the Phillies is Bryson Stott. He is 0 for 3. Not a good day for the Phillies so far. The errors have hurt them, and not a good pitching performance by Sanchez. So, Burns trying to end this right now. First pitch to Stott. Ground ball to first, and it's through for a base hit. So a base runner. And the top of the order will bat. So a little bit of life here in the bottom of the 9th. They need 5 runs, though. And Turner will step in. He is 1 for 3 with a home run and a walk. He has scored 2 runs. Bryson Stott at first. And I don't see any place that says, oh, we don't need to hold the base runner. So they're not holding the base runner at first. With 2 outs. 2 balls, no strikes. A dribbler in front of the mound. Oh, past the mound, and Turner will get an infield single. His 2nd hit of the game, and that puts runners at first and second now with Schwarber up to bat. So Schwarber gets to bat again. He is 0 for 4. Oh, no, 1 for 4. He had singled way back in the 1st inning. So still some life in the Phillies, although they need a miracle here. And here's Schwarber to face Burns. 2 balls, no strikes. Lined into right field. That will drop. It'll hit the fence. Here comes Stott. He will score. Turner will not try it, and that puts second and third with 2 outs. So Schwarber with a double and an RBI, and it makes it 7-3, and now Harper steps in. Does Burns stick it out? Let's see. 7-3. It's still not there. So they'll leave him in to face Harper. So 2 outs. They've scored a run. They're still down by 4. So Harper can't tie it. And Harper is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts and a walk. Harper needs to do something in this game. He really does. So here we go. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. The 4th strikeout for Harper in this game, and that ends the game with second and third base runners. And the Phillies go down on 1 run on 3 hits and 2 left here in the bottom of the 9th. Game 1 goes to the Cincinnati Reds, 7-3. And the Philly crowd will go home disappointed in this game. And the Phillies will have some work to do going forward. So not a very productive day for the Phillies in the batting department. They had their chances, and they did not take advantage of them. Plus their fielding was not up to par either. So it all came together for a loss. But the Cincinnati Reds are happy, as Steer says after the game, a solid team effort. Brady Singer pitched well, giving up just 2 runs. And the Phillies will be down 1-0 in this series. Best of 5. So let's see who. Brady Singer is the star of the game. No surprise there. What was that? Something buzzed me. I don't know what that was. Probably my phone. So anyway, Brady Singer, pretty good pitching performance. Almost a 4-hour game in fake minutes. And the pitching, again, Singer with the win. There is no save. Singer pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs. Sanchez is the loser, pitched 5 innings. He got stuck with the fielding problems of the Phillies, especially in that 1 inning with 2 errors. So he only gave up 3 earned runs out of the 5, and he pitched 107 pitches. And then 4 other pitchers came in and tried to keep the score what it was. But the Phillies disappoint here for their home crowd in Game 1. And let's look at the batting for the Cincinnati Reds. McLean had a pretty good game, 2 for 4, RBI and a run scored. De La Cruz had 2 hits. Hayes had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Ke'Bryan Hayes, that was Austin Hayes. Ke'Bryan Hayes, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. 3 hits for the catcher, Trevino. So they had 13 hits total. For the Phillies, Turner, 2 hits, 2 runs. He had a home run. Schwarber, 2 hits, an RBI. Nothing out of Harper, 4 strikeouts. Another RBI for Bohm, but his fielding was not very good. And 2 hits from Marsh. So the Phillies have work to do, like I said, in the next game, Game 2. The final totals here for this game, and it's October 5th in the schedule, not October 4th, like I said at the beginning. But anyway, 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Cincinnati Reds, the visitors. Homestanding Philadelphia Phillies, 3 runs, 10 hits, and those 3 errors that were very costly, especially the 2 in the 6th inning. So we will head to the score here. The second game of this game day is the San Diego Padres going to Milwaukee to play in Game 1. And we will go to see scores. Oh, we are in the scores. Okay, let's go to playoff home coverage. So game 2 of this series looks to be Hunter Green for the Reds and Jesus Luzardo, the left-hander, for the Phillies. And that will be next game day before a break before going to Cincinnati for game 3. So the Phillies are down 1-0. The second game of this game day will come later on. We are in the play. Okay, here's the playoff tree. And that will be the National League Division Series with Milwaukee hosting San Diego. The American League starts the next day. So a little disappointing for the Phillies. They lose 7-3. And I will be back for the next game of the Brewers-Padres, probably in the next day or so. So I hope you enjoyed it, and everybody have a great day or a great evening.